Welcome back to Terror Urban Myths. Where we explore the chills and the darkness of folklore. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give us a like if you're enjoying these spooky tales. Tonight, we're going to take a chilling turn on a day that's typically associated with love and romance. Valentine's Day. We're diving into the legend of Helena Sinclair, a name that's whispered, really, in hushed tones. The Saint Valentine Black Widow.
It's fascinating, isn't it? How a day that's dedicated to love and passion can have such a dark counterpart. I think Helena Sinclair really embodies that contradiction. She's a predator who uses really the allure of Valentine's Day, particularly when it's aligned with a full moon, to ensnare her victims.
This full moon element adds another layer to the story, right? It's not just a scorned lover or a crime of passion. It's just something a bit more ritualistic, almost premeditated.
Exactly. And the legend speaks of Helena operating within London's elite circles, almost as if she's choosing her victims strategically. This Valentine's Day, the unfortunate soul who crosses her path is Alexander Cavendish, a wealthy aristocrat, known for his charm, but perhaps a little too trusting, especially when it comes to mysterious women.
That seems to be a recurring theme in these types of stories, right? The irresistible attraction to the unknown, the danger that lurks beneath a beautiful facade. Could this be a warning embedded in the legend?
It's certainly a possibility. You know, many of these urban legends serve as cautionary tales. They remind us that appearances can be deceiving. But in Helena's case, it's not just about beauty. It's about the meticulous planning that goes into her seductions. She researches her victims. She understands their vulnerabilities. And she crafts the perfect persona to exploit those weaknesses.
So it's a calculated manipulation. She's not just relying on chance encounters or impulsive actions. Tell us more about this process. How does she draw someone like Alexander into her web?
Picture this. A lavish dinner at Claridge's,
Okay.
one of London's most prestigious venues. Helena is there, and she's radiating an air of elegance and sophistication in a crimson dress,
Okay.
a color that subtly hints at both passion and danger.
It already sounds like a scene from a thriller movie.
Yeah.
You know, the setting, the imagery, the air of suspense.
And she doesn't stop there. Her perfume, described as a unique and intoxicating blend, lingers in the air, almost like a physical manifestation of her presence. Throughout the evening, she weaves tales of her past, hinting at a life shrouded in mystery, further feeding Alexander's fascination.
She's playing on all his senses,
Yeah.
appealing to his desire for intrigue and excitement. It's a carefully orchestrated performance designed to lower his defenses and lead him exactly where she wants him.
Precisely. And the final act of this seduction is an invitation back to her penthouse for a nightcap. This seemingly innocent gesture seals Alexander's fate.
The penthouse becomes the spider's lair, a place where the illusion of romance gives way to something far more sinister. What happens next?
The legend tells us that Helena offers Alexander champagne that's been laced with a deadly concoction of cyanide and belladonna, a potent mix capable of causing a swift and silent death, leaving no trace of foul play.
So while Alexander believes he's enjoying a romantic evening, he's actually walking straight into a carefully planned trap.
Exactly. His final moments are spent in a blissful haze, completely oblivious to the true nature of the woman he's with and the dark fate that awaits him.
It's chilling to think about the level of premeditation involved. But the story doesn't end there, does it? What happens to Alexander's body?
This is where the legend takes an even more gruesome turn. Helena has a hidden room in her penthouse, a space specifically designed for her post-mortem ritual. It's here that she drains the blood from her victims' bodies with chilling precision, almost as if performing a surgical procedure.
The blood draining ritual adds a whole new dimension to the story, right? It's not just about killing, it's about something more. Ceremonial, almost.
And this ritualistic element is further emphasized by the way she treats the remains. After draining the blood, she dismembers her victims, wrapping each part in luxurious silk before disposing of them in various ways.
It's as if she's trying to erase their existence while simultaneously preserving them in this macabre ritual.
Some are weighted and sunk into the Thames, others buried in unmarked graves, and some, the stories say, disappear into the city's underworld, fueling even more sinister rumors. This variety in disposal methods adds another layer of mystery and makes it nearly impossible to trace her actions.
It sounds like she's playing a game with the authorities, almost daring them to catch her. But she doesn't just disappear the bodies, does she? There's the matter of the trophies she collects.
That's right. While Helena meticulously disposes of the bodies, she keeps one chilling memento from each victim: their diners, platinum cards, and expensive watches.
So it's not just about the act of killing. It's about taking something from them, a symbol of their status and identity.
And these trophies are not simply discarded, they're kept in a black velvet chest, almost like prized possessions. The legend says she revisits them, perhaps reliving each kill, each conquest in her mind.
That adds a layer of psychological complexity to her character, doesn't it? It's not just about greed or power. It's about something far more disturbing. It suggests a fascination with death, a need to control and dominate that goes beyond material gain.
It's this element that truly elevates the legend of the St. Valentine Black Widow from a simple murder mystery to a chilling exploration of the darkest corners of human nature.
And as we've seen, the story doesn't end there. There's much more to uncover about Helena's motivations, the significance of the full moon and the blood ritual, and the possible truths hidden within this chilling legend.
We'll delve deeper into those aspects when we return for part 2 of Terror and Urban Myths.
Don't go anywhere, listeners. We'll be back in a moment. Welcome back to Terror and Urban Myths. We're going even deeper into the legend of the St. Valentine Black Widow, a tale that intertwines romance and ritual and a darkness that really chills you to the bone.
Helena Sinclair. She's such a fascinating yet terrifying figure. She operates within, the upper echelons of society, meticulously selecting her victims and weaving a web of seduction that ultimately leads to their demise.
We left off discussing her blood-draining ritual. It's a detail that adds a chilling layer of complexity to the story, right? Moving beyond a simple act of murder into something far more sinister. What insights can we glean from this aspect of the legend?
The blood ritual, you see, it isn't merely a gruesome detail. It hints at something deeper, perhaps a connection to ancient beliefs and practices. In many cultures, blood was believed to hold a life force, an essence that could be harnessed or transferred.
So are we suggesting that Helena might be attempting to absorb the life force of her victims through this ritual? Is this where she draws her power?
It's a chilling thought, isn't it? The idea that she's not just taking their lives, but consuming a part of them, adding their energy to her own. This concept of, absorbing life force resonates with various myths and legends, from vampires to ancient sorcerers.
It raises questions about Helena's motives. Is she driven by a desire for power, immortality, or is there a more sinister purpose behind her actions?
Perhaps it's a combination of factors. The legend, unfortunately, it doesn't provide clear answers, which adds to its allure and allows for, various interpretations. The act of draining their blood could be symbolic, representing her complete dominance over her victims, a way of extinguishing their life force while simultaneously preserving a part of them in this macabre ritual.
You mentioned earlier that Helena seems to target a specific type of victim, right? Wealthy, successful men. Could there be a deeper meaning behind this choice?
Her selection of victims is certainly intriguing. It's possible that she's striking at the heart of the very society that she inhabits, targeting those who represent power and privilege.
But isn't there a contradiction there? I mean,
Yeah.
she's a part of that elite world herself. She uses her wealth and status to lure her victims.
Exactly. That's what makes her character so, compelling. Is it a form of rebellion? A way of dismantling the system from within? Or could it be fueled by envy? A desire to punish those who have what she craves?
The legend, it leaves us with these questions, prompting us to examine the complexities of human nature and the motivations that drive individuals to commit such acts.
And let's not forget the significance of the number 5. Helena only strikes when Valentine's Day coincides with the full moon, an event said to occur only 5 times during her lifetime.
So each kill then becomes a marker, a step in a larger ritualistic pattern. What could be the significance of this specific number?
Some believe the 5 kills represent a twisted form of sacrifice, an offering to some darker power, perhaps a deity or an ancient force. This interpretation adds another layer of intrigue to the legend, suggesting that Helena's actions might be influenced by something, beyond our comprehension.
It's a chilling thought. The possibility that she's a conduit for something supernatural,
Yeah.
carrying out a dark ritual that has been preordained.
And the fact that these rituals are tied to Valentine's Day, you see, this adds another layer of symbolism. A day typically associated with love and affection is twisted into a macabre celebration of death and sacrifice.
It forces us to confront the duality of human nature, the light and darkness that exists within us all. But is there any truth to this legend? Or is it purely a fabrication, a story designed to frighten us on Valentine's Day?
Well, while there's no official evidence to support the existence of a real-life Saint Valentine Black Widow, there are unsolved disappearances in London's history, particularly among the wealthy elite that fuel speculation and keep the legend alive.
It's that blend of reality and myth that makes these urban legends so compelling. The possibility, however slim, that there might be a kernel of truth hidden within the layers of folklore.
And that's why these stories continue to resonate, even in our modern world. They tap into our primal fears, our fascination with the unknown, and the unsettling realization that even in the most civilized societies, darkness can lurk beneath the surface.
We've explored Helena's rituals, her victims, and the chilling symbolism embedded in the legend. But there's more to uncover, more questions to ask.
When we return for the final part of Terror and Urban Myths, we'll delve into the potential psychological and sociological interpretations of the St. Valentine Black Widow, examining what this legend might reveal about the darker aspects of human desire and the enduring power of fear itself.
Don't go anywhere, listeners. The story's far from over. Welcome back to Terror and Urban Myths, listeners. We're in the final act of our exploration of the St. Valentine Black Widow, a chilling tale that blends romance and ritual and the darkest impulses of the human heart.
The legend of Helena Sinclair, it continues to fascinate us and disturb us, prompting questions about the nature of evil, the allure of the forbidden,
Yeah.
and the shadows that lurk beneath the surface of our, seemingly civilized world.
We've discussed the blood rituals, the carefully chosen victims, the symbolism of the number 5, and the unsettling possibility of a darker force at play. But what does this legend tell us about ourselves? What insights can we draw from this macabre tale?
One interpretation focuses on the psychological aspects of the legend. Helena, she embodies a classic archetype, the femme fatale, a figure who, uses beauty and seduction as weapons, ultimately leading men to their destruction.
It taps into a primal fear, right? The idea that we can be deceived by appearances, that what seems alluring can actually be deadly.
Exactly. The St. Valentine Black Widow legend serves as a cautionary tale, reminding us that appearances can be deceiving, and that those who appear harmless may harbor, dangerous secrets.
This ties into the idea of power dynamics too, doesn't it? I mean, Helena, she preys on powerful men, stripping them of their status and possessions. Is this a form of social commentary embedded within the legend?
It's certainly a possibility. The legend could be interpreted as a critique of wealth and privilege, suggesting that those in positions of power are not immune to manipulation, and that even the most successful individuals can fall victim to their own desires.
This resonates with many other folklore and mythological tales, where hubris and a sense of invulnerability often lead to downfall.
Precisely. The legend of the St. Valentine Black Widow, it reminds us that no one is above consequence, and that the pursuit of power and pleasure can have devastating consequences.
We've also discussed the possibility that Helena's actions are driven by a connection to something supernatural, a darker force that she serves or draws power from. Could this be a reflection of our own anxieties about the unknown, the forces that lie beyond our comprehension?
Urban legends, they often serve as a way for us to grapple with the things we fear, the mysteries that we can't explain. The St. Valentine Black Widow legend, it taps into our fear of the unseen, the possibility that there are forces at work in the world that that we cannot control or understand.
It also speaks to our fascination with the macabre, right? The morbid curiosity that draws us to stories of death and violence. Why do you think we're so drawn to these dark tales?
Well, there's a certain thrill, right, in confronting the darkness.
Yeah.
In exploring the forbidden. These stories allow us to experience fear and horror in a safe environment, providing a cathartic release for our anxieties.
Perhaps it also serves as a reminder of our own mortality. forcing us
Yeah.
to confront the fragility of life and the inevitability of death.
The same Valentine Black Widow legend with its, blend of romance and ritual and death, it serves as a potent reminder of the delicate balance between pleasure and pain,
Yeah.
love and loss, and the ever-present shadow of, mortality that hangs over us all.
As we celebrate Valentine's Day, a day dedicated to love and affection, it's perhaps a fitting time to reflect on the darker side of human nature, the potential for deceit and manipulation that lurks beneath the surface of our most intimate relationships.
The legend of Helena Sinclair serves as a chilling reminder that, that even in matters of the heart, there can be danger, that appearances can be deceiving, and that the pursuit of pleasure can sometimes lead us down a dark and treacherous path.
So, as you enjoy this Valentine's Day, remember the lessons hidden within the legend of the Saint Valentine Black Widow. Be discerning in your choices. Trust your instincts, and never underestimate the power of darkness that resides within us all. And if you enjoy this exploration of the macabre and the mysteries of the human psyche, be sure to subscribe to Terror in Urban Myths for more chilling tales and thought-provoking discussions.
Don't forget to give us a like if you enjoyed this episode, and be sure to tune in next time for another descent into the dark and fascinating world of terror and urban myths.